Firefighters across the region, across our state, and across our country right now are putting themselves in harm's way in service to their community. Captain Rosa answered that call this morning of service to his community, and he paid the ultimate sacrifice in doing so. I don't think we should ever lose sight of the fact that the men and women of law enforcement and the fire service are constantly at risk. Constantly at risk. Today's a tough day for the men and women of the Long Beach Fire Department. We're in mourning. But as I say that, even though we have men and women on fire engines right now that are in mourning, they continue to go to work and respond to calls for service, putting themselves in harm's way in service to the members of this community.
As we all know, Long Beach really lost a hero today, and the entire city, as well as our fire department, is mourning the loss of someone that was very dear to our community. We all know that Captain Rosa was well loved in Long Beach amongst his peers, but also in the community as well. And so our hearts, our love, and our prayers go to his family and, of course, all of his friends and the department. Ernesto Torres, who was also, of course, injured, is, as we know, in stable condition, and our thoughts and prayers are, of course, with him, his friends, and family as he has to deal with this tragedy as well.
So at about 4 a.m. this morning, our patrol officers were dispatched to the multi-story residential apartment building that Chief DeRee talked about to assist our fire department with the possible structure fire and explosion. During the incident, there were multiple reports of a potential active shooter on scene. We got immediate information that 2 firefighters were struck with gunfire and 1 civilian as well. Patrol officers immediately started to search for the shooter, as we normally do in these situations, to try and isolate him and save anybody else from being shot. We also immediately activated our SWAT team, which eventually responded. A person of interest was initially detained at the scene and transported to police headquarters for questioning, and subsequently he was arrested. The suspect has been identified as 77-year-old Thomas Kim, who is also a resident of this building. He has been booked for murder, 2 counts of attempted murder, and arson, and is currently being held on $2 million bail.
So Captain Dave Rosa is a much beloved company officer with the Long Beach Fire Department. As I mentioned earlier, he's been with the department for 17 years. He's a staunch family man, good husband, good father, a joy to be around, just a wonderful, wonderful person, as are most firefighters. And he's just a beloved character. He spent most of his time working in the busiest stations in Long Beach. He spent a number of years working at our training center as a cadre member for new recruits, training our newest firefighters how to work professionally and how to be safe. He's left quite a big void. The department is definitely in mourning.